What's the best way to cook Thanksgiving dinner out in the trail? Dutch ovens, of course. And we've got our friends from Parris RV and the Wayne County Road Crew to show you how we celebrate Thanksgiving cowboy style at the North Spring Shooting Range in Carbon County.
We're also going out to Sand Hollow for a blast from the past as we take a spin in the vintage-looking but brand new off-road vehicle called the Roxor.
Then we go for a ride in search of the Flintstone House on a side-by-side adventure rally. It's all coming your way right now. At Your Leisure is next. Come on, Rhea, come on. We got a show to do. Hey everybody, it looks like we've circled the wagons. We have. We are celebrating Thanksgiving cowboy style, and what better place to do it than at the North Springs Recreation Area in Carbon County. Hi, I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth, and I'm having way too much fun, and the show hasn't even started yet.
That's the way it's supposed to be, kiddo.
We're hanging out with Parris RV, and look at these rigs. We are going to have so much fun today.
We actually have a guest appearance by the Wayne County Road Crew, who are the top Dutch oven guys. They are going to make us a really non-traditional Thanksgiving dinner today. But in case you just haven't heard about North Springs, it's a recreation area that has at the center of it a gun range and a cowboy shooting town. They have a place called Cowboy Town right here. We're going to go through that, do some sharpshooting, and then find out about all the other things you can do here at North Springs.
This is kind of unique as far as shooting ranges go. We have the capability of shooting long-range guns, high-powered guns, pistols, shotguns, archery, tactical, law enforcement, cowboy action shooting. But the real cool place is the Cowboy Town. We have a lot of events going on down here at Cowboy Town. We've had 6 weddings down here at Cowboy Town. And that's something you generally don't find at a shooting range. And on top of that, we've also got the campgrounds up there. The campgrounds, we can accommodate up to around 250 different units up there. It is all dry camping, but you get the experience of coming down. You can shoot. We've got the trailheads for the trail systems starting right here at the range. ATVs, side-by-sides, four-wheelers. Carbon County has developed trail systems. We've got about 250 miles worth of trail systems right here in Carbon County. Here at the Cowboy Town, it is 15 false fronts. Looks like an old western town. Each one of the false fronts buildings is an actual shooting bay. It's all static targets. You're shooting steel targets, so eye protection, ear protection is definitely mandatory. We have cowboy action shooting competitions here. We have 3-gun competitions here, and it's also open to the public. So if you just want to come down with your families and shoot the 22s, you're welcome to do that also. In most places that you go to do shooting and shooting ranges, 100 yards is standard, 300 yards is a pretty good range, 600 yards is an amazing range, and there's very few places you can go and shoot 1,000 yards. We have got a 1,000-yard range that's open to the public year-round. We've got steel targets in every 100-yard increment on the 1,000-yard range. We are open year-round, Thursday through Sunday, 9 a.m. till dusk, with the exception of Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day. Even if the snows are bad, we got the plows out here working. I plow roads clear out to our ranges, so you can shoot year-round down here. We are a public shooting range, so anybody can come down here and shoot. You don't have to buy a membership, you don't have to be part of a club, you don't have to be part of an organization. But for the family to come out and just enjoy the weekend, to bring their firearms, to bring their ATVs, to bring their campers, to spend the weekend out here, it is the most amazing place you could ever think of.
Well, there's lots to do out here at North Springs, but you know, I'm so excited because now I get to try my chance at sharpshooting because I've never done it before.
So this is your favorite out here right now?
This is totally my favorite thing right now.
All right.
Like right now.
Like
so
right now.
Stand back, everybody.
Okay, well put your earplugs in, and before Rhea actually pulls the first trigger, we're going to let you know that coming up next, we're going to, in our Where To adventure, we're going to take you to a side-by-side adventure rally in Sand Hollow. That's 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh man!
She hit.
Not even close!
So we're just out here at this event. It's called the Side by Side Adventure Rally. One thing I like about this event specifically is you get to meet a lot of really cool people that are passionate and do the same things that you do. A lot of really cool individuals with side-by-sides. You're going to meet and mingle with different people and go on all these different rides. great event to come to. A lot of different style of riding out here. You got everything from sand dunes to rock crawling, fast wide open desert. It's a really fun place to go and a great place to test our units out. We're doing some demo rides with the 2019 YXZ 1000Rs and SS models.
Sand Hollow is a unique area in that it's incredible. You have the lake out here. If you want to go fishing or boating or water skiing or whatever during the summer, you have this incredible sand dunes out here, and then intermingled with the sand dunes, there's some really, really good rock crawling. And right down the road here, you have a big giant golf course with a resort. I mean, it's just a phenomenal area.
We've got a lake, you can go out in the lake. We've got rock crawling. We've also got a vast variety of deserts. So we've got wide open, fast-paced stuff where you can really get out and ride fast and go through the whoops, or you can get up into some of this more technical style of riding area where you can do a lot of slow rock crawling style of stuff. I also have some sand dunes, so you can go and rip some sand dunes and rip some berms. So. This event brings people from kind of all around. You know, we have people from Arizona, Nevada, California, and Utah. So it's a great event to kind of bring people in from all over, see what they have here, and see what our machines are capable of doing.
Every time we come out to an event like this, we meet a lot of great people. Haven't met a bad off-roader yet. Everybody in this community is top-notch people. This is our first year here, but we've been to Rally on the Rocks and a lot of the other events here in Utah. I love this place. You got trails, you got rocks, you got sand, it's got it all.
It's one of the best places we go to, I believe, in my opinion. Just beautiful, beautiful area, and again, the people in Hurricane and the people in St. George are just incredibly, incredible people.
It's a really, really cool event. If you guys have never been here, you highly recommend you come down and check it out and go out and ride. One thing that I really enjoy out here is just the technicality of it. I mean, you can go ride a half day and ride some of the technical stuff, and then you want to go out there and just grip it and rip it. You can go out there and just hold it wide open out in the desert. So that's one thing I really like about this area, is just the vast variety of terrain that we have here and how many different aspects of riding you can do in this one location. It's phenomenal.
I love this place. You got trails, you got rocks, you got sand, it's got it all. Love it. Best place to ride in the world. Love it.
The Utah Farm Bureau began as a collection of farmers supporting each other to raise the food we enjoy. Today, Farm Bureau membership encompasses everyone, whether ranchers, growers, or just everyday folks like you and me. Members enjoy discounts on items like vehicles and ATVs, or insurance that's very affordable. You don't have to be a farmer to join, and dues are small, but together we make a big difference in keeping our food supply local and abundant. Join Utah Farm Bureau.
You have a message, you have a brand, you have something worth experiencing. What you don't have is an audience. It's time to change that. It's time to partner up with the #1 outdoor program in the country and show the world what you have to offer. Advertising on At Your Leisure is effective and affordable, giving you an audience that dwarfs anything else out there. Backed by a proven force of outdoor adventure. Contact the AYL team at 801-947-8888. It's time your message was heard.
From the trail to the heart of the backcountry, discover that Ski-Doo feeling with the 2019 Ski-Doo Trail and Crossover sleds.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're still out here at the North Springs Recreation Area, and we're here with the Wayne County Road Crew who's about to cook up our Thanksgiving dinner. But you might be asking, why is the road crew cooking our Thanksgiving dinner?
There's not a Panda Express on the Robbers Roost area, but you learn how to cook for yourself down there when there's nothing else to eat but what you cook. So you either cook it good or you eat garbage.
With a sense of validation for these guys' cooking skills, we'll let the road crew present their delicious 3-course Dutch oven meal. So tell us what's on the menu today, Rhett.
On today's menu, we're going to have honey mutton. It's honey lamb, honey mutton. What we got is every year we support our 4-H and our FFA kids in the community, and we go buy their stock as they take them to the shows and stuff like that. And we buy a couple of lambs and a pig every year from our local kids. But we got this honey lamb right here, and what we did is before we start, we put a little bit of honey in it, and then it takes about 3 hours to cook. And you bring it up, you boil it up, and you take it down, you keep adding water to it until that honey crystallizes inside the meat. Makes it really, really good. And then we've got some Dutch oven potatoes. We put some bacon with some yellow and orange peppers in there, some sweet peppers in there. That bacon's got to cook just a little bit more. And then we'll put the potatoes in, and when that goes into that juice and stuff, and then it kind of marinates all together, and it's great. It's awesome. And then we've got some cubed potatoes over here that we're making out of old farming disc that Ed made. So anyways, it just kind of stirs in, and we put some seasoning on that. It's kind of some Italian seasoning with some Mediterranean seasoning, so it's really good. It takes a little while to cook, but it's really good. And then I've got an old Dutch oven that we're going to make some peach cobbler at the end for everybody out of an old Dutch oven that was handed down to me from a great friend of our family's.
I use a yellow cake mix.
Are you mixing it like you would cake? I don't know. I didn't see put eggs or anything in it.
No, just the powder. Just the powder. I want this to be too thin. We want to leave it a little bit thick so it will stay on top of the peaches. So the peaches would actually be in the bottom, and then the cake will cook on top. So we want that pretty thick, and you don't want to stir it too much. So that's perfect right there. Leave it just like that. This is homemade peach pie filling that she made. Spread that around, kind of let it set up a little bit. But now, see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle brown sugar all over the top of this right here. And then I'm going to put the cake mix on top of that. And I'm going to put some butter on top of it. Just like that. We'll go get my briquettes mounted everywhere.
I like to do about 8 or 10 on the bottom. And then the top, I like to do about 20, 18 to 20 good charcoals on top. Because we want it to cook from the top down. Spread them out evenly as you can. It's going to take about 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
So, Rhett, how do our viewers get you to come cook their Thanksgiving dinner?
Unfortunately, the road department is probably not out for hire for Dutch oven, but you can call the commissioners and ask them.
Looks like you'll have to cook your own cobbler this Thanksgiving, but be sure to stay tuned because later in the show, we're going to find out just how delicious this meal really is.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
Is it better to be strong or smart? Well, when you combine a class-leading 999cc engine with the industry's first and only intelligent four-wheel drive system, the answer is simple. It's better to be both. The Pioneer 1000 Limited Editions, the newest members of the growing Pioneer family from Honda.
Emery County's got a public land bill going on right now, and rights to roads are in jeopardy. That's why it's so important for us to support the state and the counties in securing RS 2477 rights of way. But we need you. If you were 8 years old or older in 1966 and remember anything about a road, please call 801-537-9819 and arrange for them to come visit you and take your testimony. You could save access for your kids and grandkids.
Crisp, colorful, a world in transition. You don't have to travel the back roads of Maine to explore autumn in all of its glory. Beaver County offers fall in unique splendor, with drives along forgotten canyons and hikes through meadows exploding with vibrant hues of red and yellow. Hit the road with your family and discover a side of Beaver County you never knew you were missing. Autumn is fleeting, so don't hesitate. Beaver County, it's time to experience the real Utah.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're down here at North Springs, which is a recreation complex that is just outside of Price. They got camping, and we've already done sharpshooting. We've moved up to the long range. Now, that's another unique thing. There is a 1,000-yard range here, and Rhea is about ready to take a shot at a ram that's 500 yards halfway down the range. And so she's all set up to go, and she will jump as soon as she pulls the trigger because of the noise, even with the suppressor, will kind of spook her. Anyway, while she's getting ready for her shot, let's find out a little bit about why camping is so much fun for the Parris family.
Holy crap. I missed him. I got him!
Well, you know, I started taking the kids with us in 1973. We bought the first motorhome, and they were young. I only had 2 of the kids at that time. We had 6. We started traveling all the time, taking trips to California, national parks, all kinds of things, fishing trips to lakes.
I grew up in an RV. I absolutely love RVs, and you know what? When it came time for me to have a family, there was absolutely no way I was going to go without my kids having that same experience. It's the best family time you can get.
We raised our kids in RVs, so it is a family affair at Parris RV for sure.
You know, if you got a trailer, you go every single weekend, right? Every weekend's a vacation if you've got an RV.
I think just that relationship with mom and dad and as a family to going and doing things together. Sure, they get through teenage years and they want to do their own thing, but they all come back. You know, it's one of those things that just gets in your blood and you enjoy it.
It's freedom. You can go anywhere you want. You want to go out on the desert, you don't need power, you don't need water. Everything you need is right there, self-contained, ready to go. Take your family out, camp in style, you don't give up a thing.
I used to have to work on things and make a joke that I carried a toolbox, but you know, we still enjoyed going, but we had to do a lot of tune-ups, a lot of maintenance, and now you just travel. You're really trouble-free compared to what the old days were.
You've got plenty of counter space in here. You've got a pretty good size oven as well. So you have really everything: microwave, oven, outside grill, outside stove, water, refrigerator out there. It's pretty great. You could feed a lot of people.
You know, so if you've got a trailer like this Striker here and it's sitting on the side of your house ready to go, you got a choice.
Brett, what are you telling these folks?
You know, hey, this is a good opportunity for me to introduce Shane Kramer. He's our general manager here at Parris RV. And, you know, Shane's more than just our general manager. He's been my best friend since high school. We met when we were young kids in school, and we've been hanging around here together for 30-something years, not even sure how many. Not only is Shane our general manager and my best friend for 30-something years, I was even in his wedding line. He was in my wedding line. When I got married 27 years ago, Shane was there. And, you know, we just love selling RVs and hanging out together, don't we?
We do. An RV world is an experience you can share with family, friends. It's an opportunity for both of us as friends to be able to take our families out camping and be able to work in the industry together and be able to promote the brands that are out there today in the world's industry is amazing.
Nice. How'd you do, Chad?
You hit it. Sounds like I killed that ram.
He got that ram. All right. Well, now we're going to head to Along the Way, which is, what are we talking about here?
Along the way, we found a time machine. It's got 4 wheels and a grill and fenders on it. If you were to look at it brand new, you'd say this came from the 50s, but if you look under the hood, it's in the 21st century.
new Mahindra Roxor with a 2.5 liter turbo diesel engine, and we're having some fun. So back in the late 40s, when the government was contracting people to build the military Jeeps of the day, the first contract went to a company everybody knew as Willys, and then the demand was so high that they couldn't keep up, so Ford got involved with all of their manufacturing capabilities. And then the demand was still really high, and so a third company came on board, which was Mahindra. The initial, Jeep name came from, it was called a GP, stood for general purpose, and then it got kind of pushed into the word Jeep over the years. That's how it started. So then over the years, they just kind of kept building the product in other countries. Overseas, this same vehicle is called a Thar, T-H-A-R, and it's still manufactured today, and it's all over India, it's all over South America. It's quite popular. Ranchers, farmers, we've had people from the mining industry buy them. We've had rental companies, tour companies start to really take a good look at them. Something like this, your speeds are much lower and safer. You're kind of more crawling around. And, as far as a ranch farm application, this thing's been awesome. It's very durable. It can tow almost 4,000 pounds. It's got low gearing. It's got a low range, a high range. It's very useful around a farm or a ranch application or a mining application. Anywhere that you have other equipment that runs on a diesel engine, this makes a lot of sense. And it still gets around the sand dunes, which is pretty impressive. I'm always impressed by it. I grew up driving Jeeps and Broncos and old Land Cruisers. It had short little under 90-inch wheelbase. This actually has a 96-inch wheelbase. So it's really stable on those steep climbs. I would be scared to do that in an old Land Cruiser and an old Bronco with something that's, wheelbase is in the 80s, and I have a carburetor that would probably stall out. Okay, here we go, we're going up this. This thing's unstoppable.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X2. Purpose-built for exploring tight technical terrain. And boasting next-level versatility. No other side-by-side delivers this level of proven off-road performance. The all-new Wolverine X2 from Yamaha.
Get your new Yamaha at Stedman's Recreation. Ride hard, play hard.
For 7 years, Utah's Community Voice has been the county seat, a program that looks beyond politics to spotlight the issues and stories that really matter to you and your community. Now you can help set Utah's agenda for the future by joining the conversation. Become a county seat sponsor and help support those conversations that are critical to the future of state government. Contact us at 801-947-8888 to make your contribution to help the voice of Utah be heard like never before.
It's time for the Polaris Holiday Sales Event. Get huge holiday deals on the world's best-selling off-road lineup. Chase adventure on a legendary sportsman. Get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Or attack the off-road with a high-performance racer. Celebrate the season with rebates up to $2,000 during the Polaris Holiday Sales Event.
Conquer the summit and catch that Ski-Doo feeling with the 2019 Ski-Doo Mountain Sleds.
There you go.
And thank you.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. If you've been watching our show for a number of years, you'll realize that we end our holiday shows with a meal. And of course, we get to enjoy the bill of fare, which is what I'm really grateful for the Wayne County Road Crew and the great recipe they have.
And the great crew that we have with us, Parris.
And all of our friends and our new Brett Parris and Parris RV family that we have here. We appreciate you guys showing up, and don't let me stop you from eating by any means.
Yeah.
But we also have business to get on.
That's right. We want to go on to our sticker winner. And we actually found this guy. He actually works at this place.
Hey, guess what? You've just won a Camp Chef, one of their Mountain Series stoves. These are great portable little stoves that can get you out to the campsite and cooked up well. Perfect for Thanksgiving.
Congratulations, Ron. Give us a call at 801-947-8888 and get that prize.
Okay, very good.
Yes,
There's
please.
your prize.
Thank you.
Did you want cheese or no cheese?
Yes, cheese.
Yes, cheese. You got cheese. Okay. Right now it's time for us to move on and look at next week's show.
Travel at 65 miles per hour with nothing under your feet. Next week with me, Rhea Rossi Booth, along with Chad, as we take an exhilarating flight while looking down on one of the most famous skylines in the world. Then Stephen Heumann goes for an adventure in the Lone Star State and shows you what can be done when you find yourself in Texas.
Well, next week's show looks fantastic and just about as good as this one.
Well, this has actually been a really good program. Of course, if you've watched any of our Thanksgiving shows for a number of years, we always talk about what we're thankful about. And Brett, Dory, seeing as how you're sitting right next to us, you guys get nominated. So what do you think?
Well, first, obviously, thankful for our family, thankful for our country. Thankful for that I live in Utah. It's a beautiful state.
Brad, how about you?
You know, I had the exact same thing. I guess we've been married so long. I could have read her mind, but definitely family, friends, and this great country and this great state of Utah.
Excellent.
There you go.
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for all these awesome people that are sitting right here with us today because, you know, every day you just got to live in the moment and you think about yesterday and tomorrow when today's all that matters. So I'm so happy that we're all here and this has just been a fabulous day. We had a lot of fun.
I feel really bad now because I'm the shallow and I'm thankful for this cobbler because it's delicious.
That doesn't surprise me, honey. You love cobbler.
So I'll wrap up the show by saying what we always say. Remember, there is adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out there and create your own adventure.
At your leisure! All right. Well, why are we sitting here? Eat, folks. Eat.
All right. Very good.
It's a good show already.
This is just great. Seriously.
Not bad for a road crew, huh?
No, it's
yeah.
really good.